Hey yo friends, it's Dita from What the Duck Savings, and we're back for another video. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Dita, and I will be trying to save some money today. So it is Money Moves Monday, and all that means is that I take a look and see how I did for the last week, do any transferring of funds that I need to, and make yet another resolution to have a better week. So I hope everybody's having an amazing Monday and you are inspired to get your ducks in order. Just kidding. My ducks are wicked not in order. But we're trying. We're going to herd them where we can. The first thing we're going to do is put this off to the side. And I need to do my 1 month ahead. So I was missing pretty much MIA for November, trying to get some stuff handled. And I think I'm back and under control now. So the first thing I did need to say actually was back up a little bit. My dreams do come true with Norella's budgets. I love this community savings challenge so much. It's been one of my favorite things to do since I got started here in the community. It was kind of my my lodestone, you know, where you always come back to it, and this is the consistent thing that I did every week. I'm actually going to put this on hold for the month of December. I have some other expenses that are family related that I need to take care of. So, but I also wanted to make sure and keep saving for my bigger items. I know Norellis has got something in the works for the new year, so I'm really, really excited about that, for the dreams do come true. I will never stop watching Norellis. Norella's Budgets is one of my favorite channels to watch. She is a joy to watch, and I can't wait to see what she comes up for the new year. So just a little note to say that you will not be seeing this in the weeks for December, so that I can concentrate on some other things for the fam. So, but what I cannot put off is my 1 month ahead. So this is where I save for my basic expenses. I am doing the snowball method, which means I am paying $5 for the first category, which is the lowest category, and then $2 for every other category. Once the smallest category has been fully funded, I roll that into the following week. So I roll that into the following category. I always it's such a mouthful, and I haven't got it. It's not smooth yet, guys. It's not smooth. I do have already funded my phone for 1 month. So the $2 that I would have, actually the $5, since this was the first savings challenge, is now going into the next smallest, which is the internet. I'm not even going to edit this. Normally I would start all over and edit it, but I'm not going to. So the $5 from phone is now going into internet, plus their $2. They are now getting $7, and then everybody else gets $2. So yeah, that's how it works. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That's my usual $15. The first category is my internet, and that's actually my my subscriptions. So for my gaming account, my PlayStation account, my Netflix I turned off, my Canva, I mean, just things like that. You guys know what I mean. And as you can see, I skipped an entire month of November, but instead of trying to do the math and putting myself back even further by trying to, it just makes sense to start over. So we are going to start from today, which is 12/1, and that is 1 month ahead. And we're doing plus 7, which puts us at 59. So I'm going to take this 7, add that, and now that's good. So you'll see mostly prop money in these. So I do every payday go through and figure out where I have spent money in my binders, and then pay it back through my home bank. And then I digitally transfer everything on payday. So I do not like to have large amounts of money in the house, and you know, your girl loves her interest. So, and everybody does it a little differently, and that's a-okay. And then we're on to the second category, which is transportation. 59. I don't think I can see, these are 7 each. 7 times 7 is 49. Nope, not yet. So the next one is transportation. I spend about $200 a week, $200 a month in transportation for trips back and forth to my home. 12. 1 month ahead plus 2, and that puts it at 22. That is a janky dollar that needs to go back. Okay. Let's see, 10, 20. Nope, looks like we're good on that one. The next one is rent. This is my East Side rent, the community space that I live at with some friends and family. We all work at the same place, and it's a ginormous house. So I pitch in there. Oops, 2, 1. 1 month ahead plus 2, 22. Add another $2. And then my other rent is actually on the west side of town, and that's where pretty much everything I own is there. And more importantly, the cats who have adopted me. 2, 1. 1 month ahead plus 2, 22. Okay. Right, this is $14. Yeah, we'll need quite a bit more before we can fill in anything on that. And the cool thing is that if you're new to my channel, I also do Tiny Tuesdays, where I am doing 100 Days of Tuesdays with the OG Pokemon. So all of that money, when I'm done with my 100 days, are going to go, all of that money is going to be stuffed right into this 1 month ahead, and I expect it to really make a dent in this. So I'm super, super excited about that. It's definitely the whole idea of taking smaller challenges to feed larger amounts. I don't mind, taking the time to do this, to bite at this $2 at a time. But let me tell you what, when you can, throw a bunch of money in there at once just to give it that bump, it feels really good. So I know that a lot of people do that. I know Angela Marie 888 does that. I think she uses her tinies for 1 month ahead, or her minis. I know she's using one of them she's an inspiration to me, guys. 22, and then we'll just load these $2. We've filled in one icon so far. And with these kinds of things, it's just about patience, You can't expect, what is happening here? You can't expect magic overnight when you are making minimum wage. You just have to try and figure out a way to stretch it as far as you possibly can, and doing it that's, if anything, this community has taught me, it's that consistently doing it $1 at a time is better than not doing anything at all, because then the needle never moves. So if you're at least doing it $1 at a time, $2 at a time, in this case $2 at a time, it moves. There's money that I wouldn't have had before. So I am a fan of doing digital saving. I do use prop money for the most part. I do have a bank here at home that I use to stuff with as an emergency fund, but I do like transferring it on my paydays, because then I feel like I'm telling my money where to go. I'm telling it, you're going to do this thing, and then I can see the amounts raise up, and it just makes me feel amazing. So that was a very long-winded Duxilla version of 1 month ahead, but we are caught up for now. So we will put that off to the side, and I have to write myself a note to pull the 1 month ahead amounts. 1 month ahead money. Boop. Okay, so Next, we have my harvest binder. I guess it's a harvest. For now, it's a harvest savings binder. I'm so excited for the new year, guys. I can't wait to get started so I can change some things up. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. I have my playlist party on here. I've already got it started. I've just looked at my messages, and I have a bunch of more names to add on this side. So I do an AM side and a PM side. I switch, so I'm running them about, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours at a time. I drop a list when I leave for work, and then I change the list when I get home, and then let that run overnight. So that's how that works. If you would like to be added to my playlist party, you can leave your name in the comments below, and I will be sure to add you. Got to print off another one just so that I keep up with it. And if any of you guys don't know, and I am consistently watching everybody's channels, but it doesn't come under What the Duck's Saving with Dita. It's actually an extra account that I have that I used to use for K-pop streaming. So it will come under WTD watch list, which is What the Duck watch list. That's me. So if you see somebody streaming like mad and that's the name that comes up, or I leave a comment and that's the name, that's me. So just an FYI. So now we're going to get to the part where I have to make up for some time. So for the month of November, I did not do the no spend at all. However, I think it is important to pay the tax on this because I dropped the ball and I want to go ahead and pick up the ball and get ready for December. So I am ready for December, but I am going to pay for November. So I am going to add this $30 to my money in the bank. This isn't actually money in the bank. This tells me to transfer. So I'm going to add that to that. And now I'm ready for December. So the first week we are here, and today is Monday. Have I spent any money? I have not spent any money. So we will do that a beautiful green. All right. So the way that I do my no spend is if I spend, I save $1. If I don't spend, then I'm still saving $1, but I save an extra $1, and that goes to me. And that's just money that I can spend on my games, actually, my video games. So there's that. And I wonder if I don't have enough ones. We'll just keep track until the end. How about that? Yeah, I'll just make sure and do the math for that at the end of next week when I do my money moves. So I did not do habit tracking for November. I do have this already for December. I can tell you that I could figure out where my pain point was with this, and that is I wasn't opening the notebook every day to mark it off. I have since decided to use some technology to help me do this, so it should make it a little bit easier to actually do all the things that I want to do. And I can tell you that we're not done yet, so I'm not going to mark that off yet. I still have the entire rest of the day. It's still pretty early, so I think we're on track. I think we're on track. Actually, I absolutely know that I will not. There's no way I'm going to get 4,000 steps today. But that's okay. Maybe I'll make that my free spot for today. All right. So I am excited about this for December. Thank you again. Oh, I didn't even do that. Oh my God. Okay. So the no spend is from Dawn's Sunrise Budgeting. I wait for this to be published every month because I have the best of intentions to do it, and I'm very excited to have it again. So thank you, Dawn, for publishing that one for us this month. And then this beautiful habit tracker, which I love so much, is from Agape Book and Paper. My friend Greta over there makes these stunning. There's actually 3 pages to this. I just don't have the others printed out. One for weight tracking, one for goals, one for meal planning. I mean, it's beautiful. So definitely head over to her channel and check her out, and then go to her Kofi from there. After that, I have some catch up to do with this Save 25 with Save with Judy. I had to do a lot of catch up to begin with because I missed a bunch. I didn't actually get this until, I want to say, mid-September. So I've been paying extra to try and get caught up. So what I have here is $105 to get all caught up. This is obviously prop money, but I am going to transfer that over. I did figure it into this week's budget, so we are good there. I'm just going to add this back here. So we'll do green, green, green. And I'm a proud member of the Scribble Brigade, so we're just going to scribble where we can. These. Oh my gosh, this is running out. That's so sad to me. And then that one. And then we'll do blue for the hats. All right. I have to finish up with the ghost. I don't remember which one I used for that actually, but sometimes you get lucky. I guess purple, which isn't the color of pie at all. You know what? I better check and see how much I have total before I go coloring them all in. So 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 70. 1, nope, I'm 75. 1, 2, 20, 40, 65. 165. 165. Okay. 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 65, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. I feel like I'm still missing $10. I'm going to double check that. I'm going to go ahead and put $10 in because I'm just not sure. You know what? I probably should put a 20 in. This should be 300. 5, 10, 15, 20. This should be at 280. 275. I just want it to be right. And then I think I want to go ahead and color one of these too. All right. I will count it all before the next time just to make sure when I'm doing my money moves and make sure that it is caught up. So this 300, Again, this is a 2025 savings tracker from Save with Judy. I have the 2026, so it should be a little easier on me. I can actually do the $5 a week. So I'm excited about that. I'm glad she's doing it again. And I spend this for my my birthdays. That I have 3 birthdays that come in the first of the year. So this is really helpful to not have to be scrounging and using an entire paycheck to do that. So super helpful. I'm very excited. This is actually going to be the first year when I've got all that money saved up. So the next one I have is my convention funds. So one of the things that I had to do when I took a little break was that I didn't have time to finish everything in October. So I just went ahead and gathered up that money. All that money was going to convention anyway. We have a convention at the end of December. It's actually the first weekend of January that I was saving up for. So I went ahead and just counted everything that I have for that and came up with a whopping $310. So this is my PSA, my public service announcement, that you guys, even if you're not able to completely finish a challenge or finish a set of challenges or one of these amazing collaborations that our creators do, you can still save the money. So no, I didn't finish my October challenges. No, I didn't finish my Nightmare Before Christmas, but I got $310 that I otherwise wouldn't have if I hadn't been playing at all. So that's a huge deal. Never give up. Always pick it up and do it again. So these are $25 each. And then, so I've got 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then $3, $300, 3 and 4, and I actually have $10. Each of these icons is $5 each, which means the entire group is $25. Makes it super easy to figure out what you have. So I'm actually not going to, I guess I could have just filled that one in. Oh well. I'm not going to save anymore for this convention. I actually have everything I need. I mean, honestly, I was able to save up $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 for this convention. I'm also working on the Pink Plum budgeting Savopoly for the hotel room, and that's going swimmingly. So I definitely expect to have enough by the end of December. So I'm going to call this one a win, and then just transfer the remaining amount of money, put the cash back in my bank, and wait for convention. So I do have another one set up. I haven't actually decided if I'm going to try and make the actual budget convention. I can't even stand the thought of missing out. Massive FOMO. But I will start to use this just for my convention money that we save up. I save up every week. So this actually is, this tracker, let me back up. The budget convention is from the Mom Life Co. I don't think that's who created this tracker, because I want to say I've seen this in someone's Kofi. I think it was Eva at Budget Your Life, but I'm not 100% sure. If you know, please tell me in the comments so I can give props where props are due, because I'm using this convention tracker for all kinds of things. So love it. Can't wait to start over again. Thank you to all the creators from the October challenges, Norellis over at Norellis Budgets, for the Nightmare Before Christmas challenge that saved me some bucks. Really helped so that we are going to have a very fun convention. My creative clone is actually vending at that convention. She's downstairs right now putting together her booth. She went from having a 6-foot table to a 3-foot table. I guess they're trying to cram in more vendors, but in the artist alley. So she's shrinking her set up, and I mean that's a big old deal. The next thing I have is Neurelis Budget Save $100 Challenge. I believe we're almost done with this. I did manage to do this one off camera, but I have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for this week, so I can just do that one. We'll do this dark blue. And I understand she's talking about picking it up again in January. So that's a thing. I thought this was just something to end out the year, and that we would be swinging into other things. So I actually don't have this figured into my. So I'm going to drop my 10, move my sticky note, and I'll get my 10 back when I transfer the money. I don't actually have this planned into my saving plan for 2026. So when you are budgeting on a minimum wage salary, don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I'm a video game tester. It's fun. It's very challenging. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be, but it is video games. So I'm pretty fortunate. I know a lot of people that would like to do that, but it is minimum wage. You have to be an incredibly good tester to make a decent wage in this industry. Not to mention, it's a whole nother level. So I have to make every dollar count. And for 2026, I wanted to be methodical and intentional with the spending and the saving that I'm doing. So I'm starting to set up my, I use, this is one of the weeks, this is the Hobonichi Teacho 2026 Weeks Mega. So I use a weeks for my everyday planning. This is my memory keeping. And then I have one that I keep at work. But this is going to be for my, this is my duck binder. I should put this on there. This is where I'm going to be tracking my money. So I'm going to be spending December setting this up and figuring out what I have money-wise, where I'm going to put it, making sure that my paychecks are accounted for, and then doing some other things to kind of bring me a little bit of joy when I'm saving the money. So every dollar has to be planned, because if I don't make that dollar, I have to know what's being shorted. So I've been doing that this weekend and going through and figuring out, where I have an extra bit here, an extra bit there, falling back. And I had actually had this budgeted for 2025, but I do not have this particular savings challenge budgeted for 2026 because I didn't think she was going to do it. So yeah. So I'm going to look at that again and figure out if that's something I can participate in. This $100 I'm just throwing into my retirement. So there's not a big, I don't have a big category set aside for it, is what I'm trying to say. It took me like 3 years to say that. Sorry. So the last thing that I have for money moves is my journey to 1,000 subs. And as my good friend Sheila over at Gen X Budget says, why not? Why not? Why not keep track? So I've decided to go ahead and force myself to look at this every week and pay myself $1 for every 10 subs I have. I have not done this yet so far, so I definitely owe myself $10 for these. And when I checked this morning, I am at 152 subs, which is very exciting for me. That's not the right yellow. That's not the right yellow. I guess we're using this yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this off and give these 10 subs the respect that they deserve. These 50 subs. And I actually would not have known that I'd reached 150 except that Pam Venus Champion congratulated me on hitting 150, and that was super, super sweet of her and a pleasure to hear. So we have got $15 in here. No, we don't. Cheating myself. We've got $15 in here so far. And we will just keep adding dollars as we add subs. So if you guys want to, you know, I don't know, share the video, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Just kidding. I truly do appreciate everybody in the budgeting community, and especially you 150 subscribers that have decided to come along on this journey with me. I'm not even looking at this yet. I just can't. I'm going to focus right here. Keep your eyes up top. My eyes right here. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that, and just hopefully we can celebrate a little more. And I know I need to get one of my big goals for 2026 is to get further into the creating side of it. I know I have it in me. I just have to make the time to do the thing and sit down and figure out the thing. I used to do the thing for other things, but now I need to switch gears. And I think if I can get an entire month of December of showing up to the party under my belt, then I can start to broaden my horizons a little bit and get some challenges made for you guys. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. I heart each and every one of you. You are my inspiration. I hope you're having an amazing December, and let's get this December started out right and get those money moves going. So I will see you guys very soon for Tiny Tuesday, and I hope everybody has an amazing week. That is it for me, and these are for you.